Hi guys, we are 1 week out from travelling back to Switzerland for the Swiss Alps endurance run. I am so excited, I can't wait. The big adventure of the summer is almost here. 10 days out from the race at the time of recording this. I thought it was a great opportunity as I lay out all my stuff to show you my gear, clothes, pack, equipment, nutrition, all of that good stuff. We'll also touch on my goals for the race and how I think what's a good day, what's a bad day. So let's get into it. The Swiss Alps endurance run is 160k with just over 10,000 meters of elevation gain. It's in the Rhone Valley in Switzerland, which is an area I've done a little bit of running in. You certainly may have seen some of that on my Instagram. This race is one of the few hard rock and Western States qualifiers in Europe. My goal, and really my A goal for the race, is to finish it and get that hard rock qualifier. Hard rock is the ultimate 100 miler for me. It'd be a real test, especially with that altitude. In terms of a time goal, I'm gonna say I think a good day on this course would be sub 32 hours for me. And going on previous years, that would be a top 10 finish. There's so many variables involved in running 100 miles in the mountains that you just don't know how it's going to go. So the pack, this is a big one. I've been training all season with the normal 5-litre pack. I really like this compartment at the back, which is actually waterproof, so it's great for keeping your gear dry. I've also been pairing this with the Naked pull belt, which is just fantastic. I mean, I have an unhealthy obsession with pull belts. I have every one that's ever been released, and Naked is by far the best. It has no bounce whatsoever. It fits a really good amount of gear. I mean, for some short distance races you get all the mandatory kit in this, but the problem being, after 7-8 hours when you've been consuming a lot of sugary products, you get a little bit of bloat in your gut, and this thing starts to feel like a corset, and nobody wants to run in a corset. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use this. I may start the race with it and then change it out later on in the day, or I may go for the Salomon 5-litre vest and pair it with the pull quiver, which just really connects on to the pack here, sits off the shoulder. So that's a solid option, tried and tested. I've run 100 milers in this vest, it works well. Also with the quiver. I just find the quiver's not as fluid as an experience getting the poles in and out. You really want to be able to stuff those poles away before you start descending. Another option on the pack front is the Salomon 10-litre pack. Again, a really solid pack, loads of storage in it. It's the Sense Pro 10. Solid option, solid option, solid option with sore stomach. What will it be? I really want to use the normal pack, but can I use the normal pack is more the question. I think we're gonna go with the normal pack and then swap to the Salomon pack with a quiver later on. In terms of tops and bottoms, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go with the normal shorts with the pull loops. I'm a little bit worried about this because these drawstrings don't go the whole way around. They actually connect in on the side of the shorts, and my first pair of normal shorts, that cord snapped off and I had to send them back. But this would mean that I can have the poles on my waist, and I can always change shorts to a pair of Satisfy 3-inch rippies if I swap to the quiver, which I likely will do. I may also rock the leopard print, because why the f not? The normal shorts have a inner pant, and I don't like that at all. That just chafes the side of my leg, etc. So what I'll do is I'll cut that out, and I will use Path Projects base layer, best in the business. The only underwear that I wear. They're so good. In terms of a top, I'm going to start off, assuming it is hot weather, which it probably will be, with Satisfy Moth Tech, which basically means it's cotton with holes in it. But this top will get wet and it will stay cool, it will not dry. And that's what I would prefer in the sunny, warm conditions. On the chance that it's going to be cooler, I'll start off in the Satisfy Auralite, which is that more sort of tech tee type of material, but it's really smooth and comfortable. It's just, it's an epic top. Going into the evening, I need to be prepared for colder weather. Colder weather is not your friend in a mountain race. That is the reason you slow down, get cold, DNF, you know, you need to have layers. So I'm gonna take the long sleeve normal black merino top. This is such a great top. I actually wore this top during the Sky Tour de Matassin, and although it did get a bit hot, it would have been perfect at night. Excellent top, really good value for money as well. Fits nice, looks good, classic black. If there's really cold weather, a storm comes in, something like that, we need something hotter, we're gonna go with the Satisfy Ghost Fleece. This is so hot. Like, if I put this on now and I'm inside, I would be experiencing prickly heat. It's such a cool top, but it's hot. Love this. Socks. My go-to socks for the last couple of years basically have been Drymax. So I've got a couple of new pairs of the Trail Running Light Quarter Crew, and you know, I swapped from Injinji a couple of years ago because they just don't last long enough. Although they're a good sock, I just kept putting the big toe out. So I swapped the Drymax. I've not had any issues, never get blisters, not really a blister guy anyway, touch wood. But I'm going with two pairs of the Trail Runner Light Quarter Crew, and these should do me for the full race. I also have some super storm gear that I like to carry because I've experienced some really bad, dangerous weather in mountain hundreds, notably 2018 Ronda del Sims in Andorra. Getting stranded in a thunderstorm, 130 plus kilometers into the race, 2,800 meters of elevation. So I'm gonna have my backup raincoat, which is the Columbia Outdry. This thing is absolutely amazing. No water is getting through this. It doesn't rely on a funky membrane. It's literally like a bin bag, but it's super light. Got these big vents you can open up at the front. So this will be in a drop bag for me. Really important piece of kit. This is my go-to if the heavens open and there's a deluge coming. And my super cold weather Montane Prism mitts, fleece lined. Mittens for me are better than gloves. They're just warmer. You can cinch these down on your wrists as well, just to stop any of your own generated heat escaping. So these are excellent. Have had these for years and rely on them in the coldest of weather. These are the best poles in the business, absolutely amazing. It clips down into this, you pull this back and your hand slips out. These are the Lecky Ultra Trail. These are the lightest pulls that they do. They are super, super light. I think they're too light for training sometimes. The moment you've all been waiting for, the shoes. Was it ever in any doubt that I was gonna run this race in the Sherag? This has been my go-to all of the spring and summer. This is my older version. This is my race version. I've only got 80 Ks in this, all of which have been races. So I'm gonna start the race in this shoe and see how long it feels good for. If I want to change, I'm gonna have backup shoes in other drop bags. First of which being the now tested custom Norda 001 with upgraded Vibram Mega Grip Light Base outsole. It's the exact same tread as the normal Tommer. Start the race, potentially finish the race if this isn't cutting it. Not a bad combo, right? Nutrition. Alright. I'm gonna aim to use between 70 and 90 grams of carb per hour. I'm gonna do that with a combination of Torque chew bars, some of the Torque flapjacks, which are excellent. That is organic carrot cake, so delicious. And a selection of Torque gels. Also going to be packing some spring gels because they pack more carbs but less sugar, just for some variety, to be honest. Consuming one product for 32 plus hours is very difficult, so packing some spring gels just to mix it up a little bit. In my water bottles, I'm going to be using Bix Hydration. This is kind of my go-to tab for quite a few years, actually, like years and years. I take them all the time. Drinking one now, drinking a few now, hence it's a bit darker. But yeah, this is just to keep the electrolytes topped up, and you know, pop one of these into a bottle. What is it? 300 milligrams of sodium. So one of these in each bottle, getting 600 milligrams of sodium in an hour to 2 hours, which is going to help me out. So in closing, guys, you've seen my gear, nutrition, all of this stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions about it, you know where to put them. You can also catch me on Instagram at Iron Over Mountains. I am so pumped to get out there, meet some friends, make some new friends out on the trail. It's gonna be an adventure like these things always are. I'm so pumped. Let's go! Catch you next time, guys. Peace.